Now I continue with coordinate geometry, that was second session. Intercepts made by the coordinate axis. First of all, I explain that intercepts means what? How many intercepts that we can see. Not only that, we have to see that four types of intercepts that can be observed. First, I want to explain here. You know, this is x-axis, y-axis. Now I have to tell this. This is the line which cuts the x-axis at A, y-axis at B. This is origin. Now here you have to see this OA is called x-intercept and OB is called y-intercept. If the line cuts the x-axis at A, then OA is called x-intercept, that is denoted by A. And that line cuts the y-axis at B, then OB is called y-intercept, that is denoted by B. So suppose if I go for like this, here I tell this is A, this is B, and this is OA, here it is minus A. Minus A is the x-intercept and B is the y-intercept. And in the next diagram you can see that this is O, A, B. This is minus A, this is minus B. So OA is called x-intercept, that is negative. OB is called y-intercept, that is also negative. Now, finally I can say that O, A, B. This is positive and this is negative. And try to understand that x-intercept is OA and y-intercept is OB. So in general, OA and OB with the proper signs called x-intercept and y-intercept. And x-intercept is denoted by A, y-intercept is denoted by B. But the sign can be put accordingly the intercepts made by the line with the coordinate axis. So here we have to understand that in general symbolic representations, that small a and small b we take. Intercept made by the coordinate axis, x-axis and y-intercept. This is x. The distance where it cuts from the origin is x-intercept. The distance where it cuts the y-axis from the origin is called y-intercept. X-intercept is denoted by small a and y-intercept is denoted by b. So here we say that intercept means where the line cuts the x-axis and y-axis. So this is the case with the intercepts made by the line. Now today I want to discuss very important things, that various forms of a line. What I say that various forms of a line. So that one you can say different types, you can tell how many types, that is not important. All possible types of straight lines that can be written here. So here in general I want to make it two categories. So what are the basic equations? Basic equations. Basic equations of a line you can tell. I want to tell that two basic equations that I can consider. What is the basic equation? Look this. So this is x-axis, this is origin, x dash, x, this is y, y dash. So now I want to tell that what is the equation of x-axis? What is the equation of x-axis? What is the equation of y-axis? That I want to tell. First I tell that what is the equation of the x-axis that can be defined. Equation of x-axis is nothing but the locus of a point P. The locus of a point P. Locus of a point means the point which moves according to the geometrical conditions. So the locus of a point which moves such that y coordinate should be 0. Y coordinate should be 0. Y coordinate must be 0. So that what is the equation of the x-axis? Y equal to 0. Because to define the x-axis, it is a locus of a point which moves whose y coordinate, that is nothing but ordinate must be 0, that is called y equal to 0. Y equal to 0 is nothing but equation of a x-axis. Similarly, y-axis is nothing but it is a locus of a point which moves such that its x coordinate is 0. X coordinate means what is you have to see that x coordinate and abscissa. So that is you tell x is equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is equation of y-axis. Y equal to 0 equation of, don't get confusion that x-axis x is equal to 0. No. Because x-axis can be defined that it is the locus of a point which moves such that y coordinate is 0. That is why y equal to 0. Whereas y-axis, it is the locus of a point in which x coordinate must be 0. That is why x equal to 0. This is the equation of x-axis and y-axis. Now coming to another basic point here you have to see. This is the equation. And now I want to discuss that two types. Look this. What? This is one. This is the horizontal line and this is the vertical line. What is the equation of this horizontal line? We have to discuss. Equation of the x-axis is y equal to 0. But now how you are defining that horizontal line, and you see that how much distance is there from the x coordinate. This distance is how much? It all depends on that. Suppose this distance is a. This distance is a. So here is y equal to 0 and here is y is equal to k. So equation of the horizontal line is that how much it is distance from the x-axis, that is k. So y equal to k is the equation of the horizontal, that means parallel to x-axis. So you can say y equal to k is the equation of the horizontal line. Horizontal line, that you can see that y equal to, suppose if you say that sometimes a may be positive or negative, and that all depends on the things here. Y equal to, see, a it happens, suppose a, and in general if you write y equal to k, and where k is equal to a or minus a. So y is equal to k is the equation of the horizontal line in general. Suppose if it is in the first quadrant, y equal to a, and suppose if you go for liking below here, below, then y equal to minus a. So what happens here, it all depends on which quadrant that horizontal line is there. So you try to understand y equal to k is the equation of the horizontal line, and where k equal to plus a or minus a. This is the case. And now you can define what is the equation of the horizontal line. What is the equation of the line which is parallel to x-axis, you can say, and accordingly you can say the result here. So here you have to tell that every point on this line, and you see that y coordinate is a. This is all about. In coming to the point, what is the equation of the horizontal line? Horizontal line, you see how much it is distance from the y-axis. Suppose if I say this is b, then what is the equation of the y-axis? That is x is equal to 0. and here you have to see it comes here and it comes x is equal to b. But in general, x is equal to h, you can say in general, where h is equal to plus b or minus b. So y equal to k is the equation of the horizontal line. Not only one, many horizontal lines are there, and k equal to plus a or minus a. Why this is plus a? If you take below minus a, here x is equal to h, this side, x is equal to minus, see h is general, h is equal to plus b here. Suppose this perpendicular this side and it comes h is equal to minus b. So try to understand, in general x is equal to h is the equation of the perpendicular to the x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So these are the two basic equations. One is equation of the x-axis, equation of the y-axis. Equation of the horizontal line, equation of the vertical line. Equation of the horizontal line is how much? Here you see y equal to k, where k equal to minus a or plus a, if that horizontal line is distance a from the x-axis. And similarly, equation of the perpendicular line or parallel to y-axis is given by x is equal to h, h is equal to plus b or minus b, that b is the distance of that line from the y-axis. So these are the two basic equations of the line, you can say. Now I am going to see that different forms of the equations of line. How many forms? So here I want to discuss all together. Maximum means only 6. So all 6 forms I am discussing. Basically we have to see only 5 forms, and one is a general form that can be considered. So now let us see that how you see that different forms of a line. One by one I am discussing. What I say now here, different forms of a line. Of a line means of a straight line, that is understood. So first I want to take it that which form I am going to consider. So that I have to prove it and I have to explain it with the usual notations, and we have to derive the equation of the line in the slope intercept form. Slope intercept form I am discussing. What do you say? Slope intercept form. First one is I am discussing what? Slope intercept form. What I am going to derive here? Derive the equation of the line in the form slope intercept. So here derive the equation of the line in the slope intercept form, and that too y is equal to mx plus c. So this is the case. Now I have to explain how you get it. Proof I am explaining. Once again, what is the first? Slope intercept form, and what is the result? Y equal to mx plus c. Here m is the slope and y is the intercept. Once again, derive the equation of the line in slope intercept as y equal to mx plus c. Once again the question, theorem. Derive the equation of a line in slope intercept form as y equal to mx plus c. Now I have to derive how this can be taken, how this can be proved result here. So first of all I want to, because the very diagram is very important for that, so accordingly I have to consider. So I take this is a line, and suppose it cuts, and suppose you say this A, and this is nothing but y's intercept, and that is denoted by c. Small c is the y-intercept. Suppose that line cuts the y-axis at A, and you have to tell that OA is this is what you say, y-intercept. What is the y-intercept? We take it here. Suppose P is any arbitrary point on this. And can you say what are the coordinates of this A? This coordinates of x is 0 and y is c. And in general this is xy. If any general point if you take, whose coordinates are always xy. Once again you see that coordinates of A is 0, C. Why? Because this distance is C, that is nothing but x-intercept, and P is any arbitrary point on the line. Now here you have to see that formula, that slope of the line. What is the formula? The slope of the line is equal to, formula is that y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. First I have to find out the slope. Formula this, and here you have to tell that x1 y1 x2 y2. So you have to tell that if it is passing through the 2 point x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. What says the formula slope of that line? y2 minus y1. That means here I have to see y minus y2 minus y1, y minus c divided by x2 minus x1, x minus 0. See, x minus 0. Now what you say this, m is equal to y minus c divided by x. You take x, mx is equal to y minus c, and this implies mx brings c is equal to y. Therefore y is equal to mx plus c. This is the slope intercept form, and I hope you understood how we have derived, because slope of the line which is passing through the point A and P is any arbitrary point, then formula is given. According to this formula we have derived. This is called slope intercept form of the line. I hope that P is the any point on the line. So this becomes that slope intercept form. Try to understand, m is the slope of the line, c is nothing but y intercept of the line you have to tell. Now I am going to explain the second form. Totally 5 forms are to be discussed, that too one by one, but now we have completed the first one, that is nothing but slope intercept form. Now I am going to derive the equation of the line in the, what do you say that here, particularly slope point form you have to write. Second one I have to write slope point form. Slope point form. Derive the equation of the line in the slope point form as y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1. Yes, this is the slope point form. Once again I tell you, derive the equation of the line in the slope point form as y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1. So here we tell that m is the slope of the line and x1 y1 are the coordinates of the point on the line. So let us see this diagram now. How to prove this? How you can explain this slope point? Now in general, when you go for writing like this, and you have to take one line, and you have to take one line here. You see, I want to take one line here. So I want to take that a line is passing A, whose coordinate is x1, and general point P, capital P, this is nothing but xy. Suppose the line is passing through the point A, whose coordinates are x1 y1, and P is the any point on the line, you can say. So now here you have to see that A is the x1 y1, and that is the fixed point on a line. You say that in general, if a line is, if you want to represent it, this line is L, a line is, so better you write in this fashion, this is a line. And now you see that P is any arbitrary point on L, that too means given line. So you can say that what is the slope of L? Slope of this line, I am talking about this, slope of L is equal to m. What is the formula again? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And you see, here also you have to 2 points here. This is as usual x1 y1, and this is x2 y2. What is the formula? y2 minus y1, y minus y1. See this, y minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, x minus x1. What equal to this? M is equal to. So you have to tell that particularly x, you see that x minus x1. So cross multiplication, you have to see that x minus x1, and this is m is equal to y minus y1. So this gives y minus y1 is equal to m into bracket x minus x1. This is the equation of the line in slope point form. That too you can say this is the equation of the line having the slope m and passing through the point x1 y1, you can say. Now this is the second form. How many forms you have to discuss? That too 5 forms. The first one is already you have told y is equal to mx plus c. The second one is what we have proved, y minus y1 equal to m into bracket x minus x1. So 3, 4, 5 are to be discussed today. This is slope intercept form, that is the slope point form. Now you have to discuss about the third one. So 2 forms that we have discussed here. Now I am going to discuss the third one. And third one is, you can say that intercepts form. What do you say? Intercepts form. And here you have to see that or 2-point form. There are, see, one is 2-point intercept normal. Totally 5 forms you can say. Once again you say that this is a slope intercept, this is a slope point, 2-point intercept normal. This is you have to consider. This form is, you have to see that slope intercept form. And this is, you have to see that slope point form. And this one I can say that 2-point form. What you say? 2-point form. And this one is what you say? Intercepts form. Intercepts form. And the last one is normal form. So these are the forms that I have to discuss. Now 2 are completed. Now I am going to see that third one is, and accordingly that already I have told you. See, number third one, what I have to tell? 2-point form. 2-point form. And derive the equation of a line in 2-point form as y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into bracket x minus x1. This is the 2-point formula. So now I have to explain how to prove this. What I say? y2 minus y1 is equal to y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 whole divided by x2 minus x1 and into bracket x minus x1, that you can say. Basically that a line I have to take which is passing through the 2 points. Now you see, I have to take it, the line I am going to take. So this is a line, see that L, and it is passing through the 2 points, and accordingly you have to see the results. Which are the 2 points that I have to tell? One is point A and other one is point B, and third one is point C, any arbitrary point. This one you can see x1 y1, and this you can see x2 y2, and this you can see xy. You can say let the line passing through 2 given points A x1 y1, B x2 y2, let P be any arbitrary point on the line L. And here you have to see that accordingly you have to tell that slope of AP is equal to, see, slope of AP is equal to, you can see slope of AB. You have to take A is a fixed, slope of AP is equal to slope of AB. And you know when the line is passing through the 2 points, how to find out the slopes that you can say. Now, first you have to find out the slope of AP. Where is AP? Here. So, this is x1, y1 and this is x2, y2. AP I am writing. What is the formula? y2 minus y1. Y minus y1 divided by x minus x1 is equal to. Now, slope of AB you have to tell. AB means here this is x2, y2. And what is the formula here you have to tell? You have to see that y2 minus y1 divided by, here you have to see x2 minus x1. Now you can go for writing that formula y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into bracket x minus x1, and this is the formula of the equation of a line in the 2-point form. What is the formula? Now you see y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into bracket x minus x1. Now we have completed 2-point formula. So slope intercept is over, slope point is over, 2-point is over. Now I have to discuss with the intercept form. And if I complete all 5 forms, then afterwards we go for a general form. Now I am going to discuss about the 4th one, intercept form I am discussing. How to find out that form. Number 4, what I say, intercepts form. And here you have to tell that if I derive the equation of a line in the intercept form, that I am going to ask. And here you have to tell that intercepts, that already we have discussed what is the intercepts. And you see that formula I am writing here. First diagram, see, this is A, this is B, this is A. Already I have told you, this is the x-intercept and this is the y-intercepts. And what are the coordinates of A? This is A0 and this is 0B. Now, I have to write, this is the equation of the line which is required, that you say L. And remember that if the line is passing through, again here 2 points A and B, and you can understand how to find out this. L be the line that is a required line and meets the x-axis at A, whose coordinate is A0, and meets the y-axis at B, whose coordinate is 0B. But now, accordingly, you have to tell the result that how you can prove this. And here you see x-intercept is A and y-intercept is B. And accordingly, we have to write the formula, 2-point formula that already we have studied. 2-point formula, because when it is passing through the formula, 2-point formula, you can write it. What is the 2-point formula? That you can understand. For example, 2-point formula, one is x1 y1 and other one is x2 y2. Look this. What is the 2-point formula? You see, 2-point formula is there. Y minus y1 is equal to. So by using, look this, 2-point formula, by using 2-point form, and we write what do you see? The formula says y minus y1. Look this. Accordingly, the formula, 2-point formula, y minus y1. And here, you see, y minus y1 is equal to, you have to see that y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into bracket x. This is the formula. You tell me why this implies y1 is how much here? y1 is 0. See here, y1 is 0. And y2 minus y1, b minus 0, and divided by x2 minus x1, and b minus 0. See, first we have to tell y2 minus y1, b minus 0, x2 minus x1, 0 minus a, into bracket x minus x1 is what? Here is a, x1 is a. Now you have to simplify this. How you get it? This, see the simplification, y is equal to b divided by minus a, x minus a we write. And once you write the value, and accordingly you have to simplify. So when you are going to write the result here, and you can see what is the possibilities of finding the result here. So y minus 0 and equal to, here you have to see b minus 0, that you can tell here, and you can see this result, accordingly you can find out. And y by b, that is equal to, see this y by b, no problem if you write this result, what I can say, being y by b is equal to x minus a divided by minus a. B you bring this side, x minus a divided by minus a. Now here you see that x minus a divided by minus a, how to simplify this? Look this, y by b is equal to x divided by minus a minus, you have to see this a divided by minus a. Then y by b is equal to, y by b is equal to, see this x minus x by a minus minus plus, it comes 1. You bring x minus a this side, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. This is the intercept form of a line. Intercept form of a line is what here? Now you have to say x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. What is a? A is the x-intercept and b is the y-intercept, and all together you can see this intercepts form of a line. So try to understand how we go for explaining this. Now what is the intercept form of a line? X by a plus y by b is equal to 1. And now the finally you have to see that normal form. Now we have to discuss with the normal form. So I hope 4 forms are completed now. Now we are going to discuss about the normal form of a line. See how we are explaining the normal form. So first of all you must know that derive the equation of the line in the normal form, and that normal form, this is number 5 I have to tell. Normal form, you see, normal form, and what is that? X cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p. This is the case. Once again, derive the equation of the line in the normal form as you see that x cos omega plus y sin omega equal to p. And what is p, what is omega, that I am going to explain here. Try to understand here, you have to see this, and it is a perpendicular distance from the origin, and this is omega. When this omega, this is also omega, and try to understand this perpendicular, and this is taken as small p. Small p is the perpendicular distance from origin to the line, and this is the line L. Once again I am going to explain that equation line L, and here OM is perpendicular to the line L, and you see that this angle, suppose this A, this is B, and you have to tell angle AOM is equal to omega, and OBM or MBO or OBM is called omega. So here you have to see this is omega, and ultimately, and this is also omega. Now we have to go for how we write the form. What is small p? Small p is the perpendicular distance of that line from the origin, that you can say, and accordingly you can find out the results here. Suppose that it cuts the x-axis at A and y-axis at B, then required equation line is given by, so according to the intercepts form. Look this, using intercepts form, we have x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So x by a means this, it is nothing but OA plus y by OB is equal to 1. And try to understand A and B are the y-intercepts that can be written, or you can go for directly this, and even you need not tell that directly. You can write x by A and try to understand here OA is equal to A and OB is equal to B. These are the x and y intercepts that can be told, and I call this is the equation number 1. This is equation number 1. Which form this is? Intercept form. And as already told you, draw OM perpendicular to the line L, and you know OM is equal to P. And there are two triangles that can be considered here, and OAM. Look this, in triangle OAM, right angle triangle, and you see this cos omega equal to adjacent side you have to discuss. And according to the adjacent side here, OM upon OA. Yes, try to understand OM upon OA. Why you have to write? According to the definition of cos. So this is cos omega is equal to, what do you say? OM is P, this is A. And ultimately this A is equal to P by cos omega. And in triangle, see, this is A is over. Now in triangle OBM. So you go for sin omega equal to sin opposite OM upon OB. So what is sin omega? Sin omega, OM is P, OB is B. Therefore B is equal to P upon sin omega. So you go for using this is equation number 2, you go for this is equation number 3, and we have to use equation number 2 and 3 in 1. And when you write equation 2 and 3 in 1, we get, so what we get, you see this, x by A means what here you got, P by cos omega, and plus y by that B means P by sin omega, and that equals to 1. Simplification, x omega P, omega divided by P, y sin plus y sin omega divided by P, that equals to 1. Multiply both sides by P, x omega cos omega plus y sin omega, and that equal to P. And this is the normal form of the line when it is passing through the 2 points A and B, and here you see that OA and OB are the intercepts that we have already discussed. I hope you understood that normal form is, here I write x cos omega plus y sin omega, that equal to P. What is P? P is the perpendicular distance of that line from the origin. So for how many forms we have discussed here? Totally that 5 forms that we have discussed now, and at the last we want to see that general form you can write, and that is the last form, and that general may be reduced into any of these 5, and especially intercept form, normal form, and here you can see that one more slope intercept form. I hope that when you are going to write all these forms, and now I am going to discuss about the general form. I repeat it, different forms of a line are those slope intercept, slope point, 2 point, intercept form, and normal form, and I have written all these forms. Now coming to the general form, how we explain these things, and accordingly I am giving you the hints. Look this, I hope you understood these all 5 forms, and in the beginning I have told about the basic types that we have taken, and when you see that general form, that is called general equation of the line. So I write that general equation of a line, here general equation of a line, and it is, look this, written as what? You have to see this, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and this is the equation of the line in general form. A, B, C are constants, and basically either A is not 0 or B is not 0. Both are 0, again it is not a general form. So I hope that when you are understanding that general form, you have to take always that ax plus by plus c equal to 0. First I want to explain that A and B are not supposed to be 0. If you say that A and B are 0 simultaneously, it is not possible. A 0, B should not be 0. B 0, A should not be 0. And what I mean to tell, A and B not simultaneously 0. One by one may be 0, but not simultaneously 0. And that is called general form of the line. So this general form may be reduced to three types which you have discussed. One is slope intercept, and other one is already discussed about the normal form, and the other one is you have to see that intercept. Three forms I have to consider. General form in how many? Intercept, slope intercept, and that too you have to see that intercepts, and third one is normal. How many forms this can be reduced? That too we have to see that three forms, and other 2-point formula is not at all reducing, and one more is you have to use a slope point formula, we are not reducing. Only thing is that slope intercept, intercept, normal. These are the three forms we see general is to be reduced. Now I have to tell that how to reduce the general form in the slope intercept, and how to reduce the general form in the intercept form, how to reduce the general form in normal. So all the three are discussing one by one. First I want to select that slope intercept form. See, this is the, once again, ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is called general equation of the line, and where A and B are not simultaneously 0. Simultaneously means one by one maybe, not both at once 0. So first I want to select that slope intercept form. Slope intercept. I want to discuss all about. What I mean to say, this general form is to be reduced to slope intercept form. What is a slope intercept form? That already you have discussed that. Slope intercept form is what? Y minus, what do you say? Y is equal to mx plus c. This is a formula that we have derived in a slope intercept form. But now question is how this is reduced to that form. That point I am discussing here. So what is a general form? General equation is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I want to reduce the 2 in that form, y equal to mx plus c. So accordingly you have to say that, and this is equal to by is equal to minus ax minus c. This is y is equal to minus a by b minus c by b, or y is equal to minus a by b, here x, minus a by b x plus minus c by b. So now here it is of the form y equal to mx plus c. What is m? This is the slope. Slope is equal to minus a by b. And what is this? That is c. y-intercept is equal to you have to see minus c by b. So when you write in that slope intercept form, you must write the slope and intercepts. I hope you understood that how to write the slope and how to reduce the general to slope intercept form. I hope you have understood that what is y-intercept. Now this is the case with slope intercept form. Now I am discussing how to reduce the general equation of the line in intercept form. Intercept form, that you know. Intercept form. What is intercept form? I am explaining. So intercept form is already that we have discussed, x by a plus y by b is equal to 1. But here we have studied a is the x-intercept and b is the y-intercept, and accordingly you can understand here slope intercept form is over, and accordingly you have to see this slope intercept form. How to reduce that general equation in the slope intercept form, that I am explaining here. So general equation of a line, that is what? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. If c is not equal to 0, because when you are writing in the intercept form, you must take c should not be equal to 0. If c equal to not equal to 0, then you can understand what is to be done. So if c is not equal to 0, then what happens, you see? And you can go for writing that simplification. You see that when you write dividing both sides by c, ax by c, by by c plus 1 is equal to 0. We want to write in the other way, and accordingly, or you can take it this x by c by a plus y divided by c by b, that equals to minus 1. That equal to minus 1 you have written, and here you see this c by b, how you have got x by a plus y by b is equal to plus 1, and here you have taken the minus 1, and how you are going to explain that in the case how you are discussing the rate here. So when you write that result here, and accordingly you can continue. So minus, and you see this when it's always taking a positive, so that x by minus c by a plus y divided by minus c by b and equal to y. This is always to be maintained positive, that p is there. What do you say? Plus 1 you have to write, because x by a plus y by b equal to 1, you know. So now you have got it multiplying both sides y. So x by a plus y by b equal to 1, and this is x-intercept. X-intercept a is how much? Minus c by a. Y-intercept is how much? Minus c by b. So this is x-intercept and it is y-intercept. And here we have understood how to reduce the general equation in this form. Now here you have to see that, and particularly when you see that, if c equal to 0, if you say, if c is not equal to 0, if c equal to 0, what happens? That also the point to be discussed. Suppose if I say, if we see that c equal to 0, ax plus by is equal to 0, and this is the equation of the line passing through the origin, and try to, when the line is passing through the origin and no x-intercept and no y-intercept, so that is why, and here you have to see that when it is passing through the origin which has x-intercept is 0 and y-intercept is 0. So this is the case with reducing the general equation into intercept form. Now finally I have to discuss with how to reduce the general equation in the normal form I am discussing. That is also important part for us. How to reduce into normal form, that I am discussing here. What is the normal form? You see, normal form. What is the normal form? X cos omega plus y sin omega, and this is equal to P. This is the normal form. And now here I have to tell that general equation. See, general general equation of a line is what? Already I told you, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Look here, this general form is reduced to the normal form, and here I am explaining how it should be reduced, that I am explaining. And basically when you go for writing this result, and you have to compare with normal and general. So when you say that ax plus by, and you can write this, of course this equation number 1, normal form. So you can write ax plus by is equal to minus c. Try to understand minus c. And you look this equation number 2, x, y, and here p is minus. But the thing is that how to compare the coefficients that I am asking here. So when ax plus by is equal to minus c, and you can see that comparing the two equations 1 and 2, and then coefficients are proportional. Proportional means here you have to see here x is there, coefficient is cos omega, coefficients are proportional. A by cos omega, that equal to here b by, see, comparing with this x sin omega, coefficients are a comparison, that and their coefficient sin omega, here b by sin omega, and here minus c by p you are writing. This is capital C, minus c by p. So when you write this, a by cos omega, b by sin omega, this equal to minus c by, that is only the case when you are writing the result and taking the coefficients are in proportional. Now here, just to see now what is the case, a by cos omega is equal to minus, see this capital C here I am writing, minus c by p, minus c by capital C by p. P is small. And here I want to write the formula, what is the value of cos omega, and accordingly you can write the result. What is the value of cos omega? So cos omega is nothing but what? That is to be written. So cos omega is compared with c and p, that the cos omega is a into p. You have to write a into p divided by c, a into p divided by c, and here you have to go for likewise, and what is the result? So one can say that comparison is to be done, and accordingly you have to tell the results. So when you see this coefficients, when you are taking in this case, and no doubt that how you write it, or you can say the result ax plus by, comparison cos omega, here is a, sin omega, here is b, and here p is there, and here is c. But now you can see the result, how you have to go for writing the result. And now you can see that result to be taken, what is the cos omega. Now you can see that particularly when you are finding the values of minus c by p, comparison that you can write, and accordingly you can see the result. When you go for writing that constants value, you to take only constant you have to take, that is nothing but c by p, and you can write c by p. What is the value of cos omega? You can see this. Cos omega is equal to a into p divided by c, and a into p divided by c is capital letter, and like that you have to calculate the value of sin omega, and that can be written here. So what is value of sin omega? You see, sin omega is equal to b into p divided by c, and accordingly you have to see the result, that when you are substituting in the equation number 1 sin omega and cos omega, and we'll find the results here. So cos omega is a into p, and b sin omega b into c, and you know that what you say, we have cos square omega plus sin square omega is equal to 1. And what is cos square omega? You have to see that a square p square divided by c square plus b square into p square divided by c square is equal to 1. Both sides you have to multiply by c square. A square p square plus b square p square is equal to c square. And try to understand, p square is common. If you go for a square plus b square is equal to, this is c square. Now you see that basically that p is equal to c divided by under the square root of a square plus b square. Now you can see that what is the value of a and b, and accordingly to the, and p value is plus or minus c divided by under the square root of a square plus b square. And now you see that what is the value of p, that already I have written, but this value is to be taken, that cos omega and sin omega, and cos omega you find out the result here. What is the cos omega? Now cos omega is what? Cos omega is already I have written there, a into p divided by c, and a into p means already I have written that, you see, plus or minus c divided by root of a square plus b square, so divided by c, and you write c cancels, you can understand that plus or minus a divided by root of a square plus b square. Similarly, sin omega is equal to plus or minus b divided by root of a square plus b square. So finally I write one step, that substituting these values in the normal form, and accordingly you can write it. So what is the normal form? You know that what you say, the normal form you can write, and accordingly you have to see this. Normal form is x cos omega plus y sin omega is equal to p, and you have to write the value of cos omega this, and sin omega this, and p value is there, and that is the way how we reduce general equation of a line into normal form. So today I have completed all 6 forms. 5 are different and 6 in the general. How the general is reduced to slope intercept form and intercept form and normal form. In the next class I want to discuss only the problems on these various forms of equation of a line. Thank you.